What's up? What's going down? Straight to the point. Hit that like when you come in here. And sub to the channel too, if you're not a member. Man, please don't come in here. Ted, man, I don't get you, bro. For real, I don't get you. You sitting up in here. What's up? Good morning, y'all. What's up, Ted? Zach, I see you in here, man. Zach, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. I hadn't seen you in a minute. But what's up with it? Uh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Cowboys, but hey, Ted, man, you never explained to me why you brought up Chauncey Billups when I brought up Drew Holiday. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why, how did Chauncey Billups? That's still fresh on my mind, Ted. I gotta know that, man. Before we get started, man, before we start talking about NFL, please let me know. How did we get from Drew Holiday? You saying that he wasn't a Hall of Famer, but you brought up Chauncey Billups. Who, Chauncey Billups? I don't see that, Ted. I don't see that because Drew Holiday. I mean, if you got to think about it, Drew Holiday changed his. I'm not gonna say his overall style of play. His role changed because I could see what you're saying. Like when he came out of UCLA, he was a point guard, straight natural point guard. I watched him in high school, so I know what you're saying. But even still, Chauncey Billups, to me, he was more of a floor general. He commanded the offense better than Drew Holiday would. And Drew Holiday, he was a decent point guard. And in the beginning, when he was with the Sixers, and then of course with New Orleans, he was more of a combo guard. But then his role changed. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he he became more of a defender. You know what I'm saying? He became more of a lockdown defender. But I kind of see what you're saying. But I'm talking about you know, you said when Pistons traded Billups for Iverson, Pistons got worse. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying now. Yeah, because they were always in the mix. Okay, I just wanted you to explain what you meant. I thought you meant like, cause you said Drew Holiday don't belong in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, if you're gonna put Andre Iguodala in, if you're gonna put like, T Mac and you know, guys like that up in there, man, you better put Drew Holiday up in there. I mean, like Drew Holiday, I'm not saying on this level, but Drew Holiday is what Draymond Green is to the Warriors to a certain extent, to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Draymond Green, his resume is better. Even though that Drew Holiday is a better offensive player than Draymond Green, but you could also say that Draymond Green, he plays more of the point guard than Drew Holiday is because he's constantly. Yeah, I see what you mean. I just was trying to understand. That was on my mind, Ted. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what did Ted mean? Like, what was he talking about? Like, I'm like, what? But we cleared that up, man. It wasn't no smoke for Ted or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I understand what he said. All right, last night, it was not really nothing to talk about. The Texans, you know that they were going to come in, they were going to dominate a depleted, depressed, uh, demoralized shoot, just the awful. I mean, the worst dumpster juice, trash can smelling sewage, uh, throw up, uh, like stench that you don't want to smell because somebody's feet smell so bad. Cowboys team. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. The Cowboys are just like, I'm gonna put it to you like this: the Texans own the Cowboys in Texas. Some YouTube. Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Bag. Appreciate it. Cowboys need to. Well, I mean, they might as well. I mean, it's not gonna help any. Marco, I see you in the building, but brother Marco Hinton. What's up with it, man? Hey, I'm gonna be in that area pretty soon. Well, I'm gonna be in H-Town, but I'm gonna be in South Texas. Yeah, I'm gonna be out there in like a week or so. I'm going out there for Thanksgiving. But salute to all of South Texas, man, everywhere. Corpus Christi, Galveston, H-Town, Beaumont, Port Arthur. You know what I'm talking about? South Padre, Woodville. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in South Texas, but salute to them. Yeah, come to Humble. Yeah, I'd have been to Humble. I'd have been to Humble, Huntsville. Man. Hey, Marco know about what I'm talking about when I talk about Huntsville and Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Bastrop, all that. But anyways, getting back to it. Jerry need to sit his ass down, man. We've been saying that for a long time. We know that Jerry Jones, man, he has no business running things right now. Have I been to Acres Home? Oh yeah, I've been to Acres Home, Clover Ward, Fifth Ward, Third Ward. I've been pretty much, FM 1960 and Jones. You know what I'm saying? North Side, South Side. You know what I'm saying? South Park. Yeah. Yeah, I've been all over Houston, man. I love Houston. Only reason I didn't live in Houston, man, is because the weather, man. Like, you never know when you're going to get a hurricane. You never know when it's going to flood. But I love H-Town, man. I love it down there. Belichick to Dallas. Hell yeah. Nah. That's a good move, Ted. Nah. Get McCarthy up out of there. Hey, Belichick, even though Belichick, the last couple of years, you know what I'm saying, man, listen to this, man. Belichick worried about his 24-year-old girlfriend, man, or wife, whatever it is. I can't imagine Belichick dating a young woman like that. Can y'all? Like, he come off like well, honey, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to the bedroom with me? Like, Belichick is real simple. Him and Popovich, they had kind of the same style, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they were interviewed. So, Mr. Bill, do you think that y'all could have won the game a lot better if you did this or did that? It is what it is. And he doesn't elaborate on anything. So that's why I don't understand, like, how would you carry on a conversation with that dude? Yeah, like, leave it to Beaver. You said Jerry Jones is the cancer. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's time for Jerry to go, man. Jerry need to go, man. Like they need to clean house. You might as well get Trey Lance. If you're not gonna do nothing with Trey Lance, if you're not gonna run no packages for him or anything like that, get him up out of there. Get him somewhere where he can start playing. I would like, hey, I want a good place for Trey Lance. Like not Carolina neither. I don't want nobody to go to Carolina, man. Carolina is a messed up organization. Yeah, Zach Martin. Yeah, it's time for Zach Martin to go, man. Yeah, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, it's time for Zach Martin to go. Like they need to go ahead and just clean house, figure out what you're gonna do. You got a $60 million man hanging on your head. You're gonna have a talk with Dak. I'm pulling him into the room. I'm like, hey, look, Dak, we're not winning. Like, you need to tell CeeDee Lamb what he needs to do. I know, and this is like my guy on the team, but I gotta address the smoke. Michael Parsons, you have not been focused on football, bruh. And I like hey, y'all know I fuck with Michael Parsons heavy. Like, pretty much can do pretty much everything on the field when we talk about defense. But let's just face it, Michael Parsons be at the Tyson fight. Michael Parsons is doing podcasts. He got every goddamn podcast. Michael Parsons be at the basketball games up in there, you know what I'm saying? Dapping it up with Luka and Kyrie. I mean, listen, man. Yeah, that gotta be. I understand what you're saying, Ted. That gotta be more of a savage, man. He got to be a little bit more of an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady, he was an asshole at times. You know, Dan Marino, as much as I like him, Dan Marino was an asshole at times. We all know Joe Montana was an asshole at times. Steve Young was definitely an asshole at times. You gotta be a little bit more, savage like, Yeah, man. Hey, listen. They always criticizing Angel Reese. They don't know if she want to. Charlton White talk about, oh, she don't want to play basketball. She want to be a hoe and shit, right? Well, Michael Parsons don't want to play football. He want to be a damn celebrity. I see Michael Parsons doing more. What? You're gonna have 20 women versus Michael Parsons. Watch. It's gonna be Michael Parsons and Trayvon Diggs on that motherfucker. Man, what is up with this thing? No. You said Dak starting. Well, I mean, he has to. I mean, look, man. Some of that I do understand, Ted. Like, um, Michael Jordan, as professional to the media as he was at times, he could be very savage to the media at times. Kobe Bryant, he's been savage to the media at times. We all know LeBron James, his old passive aggressive ass. But sometimes, and I know some people they're not gonna like what I have to say about LeBron James right now. But sometimes I don't blame LeBron for being the way he is towards the media. I don't excuse all of it. But sometimes, man, you gotta be like that, man, to the media. After a while, like you saw Greg Popovich, he was started to like it. you know how Charles Barkley was back in the day. Everybody thinks like Charles Barkley is like Oh yeah, man. Charles Barkley. Oh, he's really bad and all this other stuff. No, you should have. Hey, you should have seen Charles Barkley interviews when he was playing with the 76ers. Like, literally, like cursing. Like every word that came out of his mouth was cursing. Shaquille O'Neal used to curse at the media. You know what I'm saying? Um, Kellen Winslow, savages to the media. Hell, you see Trayvon Diggs. I salute Trayvon Diggs because it's like, man, dog, y'all don't understand. Okay, these guys are losing, but these guys do work hard. I'm not gonna say like these guys don't work hard. The media, they know what they're doing. They know how to get up under people's skin. Like Joel Embiid, I didn't have a problem with Joel Embiid shoving Marcus Haynes. He deserved that shit because he does that shit all the time. David Joseph, what's up with it, man? Southeast Texas, best North Central Texas, and Arlington. Yeah, we over here even pieces of down before the. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Cowboys lose to the lowly Giants. Well, you already know that's happening. Marco, the Cowboys are done. Bobby, yeah, nah, they didn't play with the man. You going way back, David Joseph. Shout out to Louisiana too. Yeah, man, they ain't even thinking about Thanksgiving, man. They want to hurry up and get that game over with, and then that's it. Media still mad at Barry Bonds too. Yeah. Hey, Barry Bonds was an asshole though. But like now that I grew up, now that I grew up and I was able to see what he was going through, I don't blame him. Media got some messed up people, bro. Ted laughing. But it is what it is, man. 34-10, Houston. Houston won, man. Nothing really to talk about. Now, we all know the Texans are depleted too. The Texans, I at the beginning of the season, I had them coming out of the AFC, but I no longer have them coming out of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? The Bills are too strong. The Steelers are too strong. Ravens still can't go to sleep on them. Um, they're just there's just too many teams. I have the Steelers, and of course Kansas City, of course too. I still got Kansas City coming out, but I think that the one team that could really challenge them, I know people gonna trip out, is the Steelers, and the next one is the Bills. I've been saying that a long time. You know, I know Chad be getting crazy when I say that for not picking the Ravens or anything like that, but I like the Ravens. They have been exposed too much. They didn't impress me. David Joseph, they didn't impress me. You know why? Because the Bills always do that. You know what I'm saying, David? You know what I'm saying, Ted? You know what I'm saying, Marco? They always do that. In the regular season, the Bills play damn near a perfect game with Kansas City. But when they get to the playoffs, that's when what's his name choked. How can you not blame my nigga Two Raw? Shout out to Two Raw. How can you not blame him for feeling the way that he feeling about the Bills? It's because he do the same shit every single time. we know that what's it called? The Bills and Josh Allen, their kryptonite is the Kansas City Chiefs. So they didn't impress me with shit. No, I want to see that 26-yard run touchdown in the AFC Championship game. Then okay, now we're ready to like another point that Turod said. Now we're ready to really give you that, that you being on that level of a Mahomes and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But until then, you can't do that because you haven't got over the hump. And I like Josh Allen. I want him to actually get up over that hump. But he hasn't been able to do it. And Lamar too. I'm going to give more smoke to Josh Allen because Josh Allen, they actually beat the Chiefs. They beat them in the regular season all the time. What's up, Ashley? The beautiful Ashley in the building. How you doing, sweetie? The lovely Ashley in the building. Don't get it twisted. Ashley love them guns, though. you think you're gonna run up on Ashley? Hey, baby, how you? What, nigga? I just want to. She'd be like, "Don't be a minute. Do we have a problem?" Ashley got, she got one up under the seat. She got one on one in a regular her side holster. She got one on her leg. You know what I'm saying? She got one up in the trunk, one here, one there. she got a little she got one of the ones. You seen one of them holsters, the spin holsters up under the bed just in case, say she gotta get up under the bed real quick with the Mossberg, She on some Mr. and Mrs. Smith type shit, man. I don't know, man. It's something about assassin women that, damn, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Like, I forgot that movie with Taraji P. Henson. I forgot that movie that she played in. She played an assassin. Like, boy, that shit attractive. Like Charlie's Angel type shit. Man, I love that shit. Because if you got a girl or you got a wife, man, you got to teach them to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach pretty much all the women in my family how to do that. But anyways, let me talk about let's talk about NBA, man. The Clippers, man, they're actually 2-0 against the Warriors. They're the only team that has beaten the Warriors twice this season. And this is my thing about the Clippers. Y'all play good against a really good team in the Clippers. I think they number one in the West. But then y'all play like shit towards the other one. That's what I don't get. James Harden, actually was hooping. You understand what I mean? Like, I'm like, why can't y'all do this on a consistent basis? That's what I be asking. Shout out to my brother BJ, but I know he be asking, like, why can't y'all be consistent like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all actually show that, okay, if y'all play like this all the time, y'all could actually be in the top, at least the top 3 in the West. Is Cleveland still undefeated? Yeah, they are. They're 15-0. They got Boston tonight. They play Boston tonight. We'll see what happens tonight. If they can beat Boston, I still don't have faith in them winning no championship and nothing like that. But I did kind of look at the numbers in in comparison to some of them teams that, that had hot starts. They're on pace to possibly get into the finals. Now, if they're going to win it, that's another thing. But you got to think about it, man. They got Jared Allen, who's averaging what, a double-double. I think Jared Allen is averaging a double-double. You got Darius Garland, who is a very good playmaking and scoring point guard. You also got, of course, you got Donovan Mitchell, but see, I don't, and you got Karis LeVert. I don't give all this praise to Donovan Mitchell like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, without Darius Garland, that team is not as good as they are. Without Jared Allen, that team is not good as they are. Even Evan Mobley. I like Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley been there from the get. You know what I'm saying? You got to give Evan Mobley his props too. I like Cleveland this year. They look cohesive. Yeah, they got good. They got damn good young talent, and they still got that core. I just don't, Ashley Switty. I don't like the fact or how they did JB Bickerstaff, and they took an L last night too. JB Bickerstaff and I don't like how JB Bickerstaff was done, but it is what it is. Got to move on. They're winning. Nobody's really talking about it now. If they'd have been losing, okay, then we'd be having another conversation. Damn straw. But yeah, Cleveland, man, they're gonna have their work cut out for them tonight. They are playing the defending champs. They're playing Boston. So we got to see what happens with that. The Hawks. I want to talk about the Hawks now. Trey, what stood out to me, Trae Young had 19 assists, and I think he only had like 9 points or something like that. He didn't even have that many points. You know who was leading in scoring? It was guys like Dyson Daniels and a few other guys that were in double figures, and they won the game. The Hawks won. If the Hawks can play, if Trae Young can play like that, keep the turnovers down, because I know Trae Young been listening to the videos. I know Trae Young been listening to the videos. If he can play like that and keep the turnovers down, the Hawks might have a chance. Dyson Daniels to me, he needs to be looked at more of the guy to go through, have the offense kind of go through him, simply for the fact that Dyson Daniels, he's playing both ends of the floor, man. I mean, I like Trey, but he's gonna get the smoke. I like Dyson Daniels better. Trae Young has been, over the course of his career, Ted, he's been a turnover machine. And he's got to get the smoke, and he hasn't been good on defense. And I don't want to hear about it. Oh no, he's short and all this other stuff. No, I don't. Listen, Doc Rivers was good on defense. He was about 6'3", 6'4". Okay, Patrick Beverly 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", tenacious defender. Drew Holiday, 6'3", 6'4", tenacious defender. Muggsy Bogues, 5'3", tenacious defender. Muggsy Bogues was defending Michael Jordan at 6'6". So I don't want to hear none of this stuff about, oh man, well he Look how short he is. Oh, well, Dame Lillard, no, he's little and stuff like that. That don't give you no, man. Listen, actually, the guys that were shorter than me, they had to play even harder defense or whatever, and they got that center of gravity a little bit more to the ground or whatever. So it was going to be tough. If like you might be able to first step a guy that's maybe about 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" at the most or whatever, and get by them. The guys that I was having trouble with were the guys that were shorter, around that 5'8", 5'9", shit like that, because they were so quick. So they were staying in front of you. You said Trey getting, not to mention the glove. Yeah, the glove. Yeah. Gary Payton, he was 6'4", but it's not about. See, you're getting it twisted. We know Trey Young can score. We know you can score. What else can you do to make your team better? And that is a prime example. We know that you can pass. We know that you can play make. Can you defend? Can you stop turning the ball over? One of the things that you got to appreciate about Steph Curry, he's not getting a lot of turnovers now. There has been time when Steph Curry has turned the ball over in crucial situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, or made some ill-advised shots. I praise Curry, but like I said, I give everybody the smoke too. There's been some times when you had to scratch your head, especially when they lost that championship to Cleveland in 2016. You saw a couple of plays from him and Clay. You were like, man, what is you doing? Like, there was that one time he tried to throw a behind the back pass or something like that, man, and it ended up going out of bounds or some shit. Yeah, low center of gravity. So that's why I don't never sleep on little dudes. Man, there was this dude, man, I played against when he was semi-pro. This nigga was, hey Ted Steven, he was swole, but he was real short. But this motherfucker could shoot. He was quick. He could get to the rack. Nobody was blocking his shot. He had to be about 5'8", man. 5'8", 5'9". Littlest nigga on the court. Nigga could finish. Like at that time doing Kyrie Irving type finishes. Like you would be thinking like these niggas like that be like 6'11", damn near 7 foot, would pin his shit to the glass. No, he was getting to the cup. Like doing some like had change of direction, change of speed, like change of pace, running the floor general, was very efficient, could pull mid-range and three-pointer, and will find you. Never didn't have no turnovers, and I had to guard him. It was tough to stay in front of him because he was quick, fast, and he was strong. I Trey Young, Nate McMillan had that Hawks team. Yeah, he did, man. I wish they would have kept Nate McMillan though. But see, not a lot of props is being given to Nate Young. Not Nate Young. Nate McMillan for the Lakers. No props is being given to him. No slouch to Scotty Brooks and no shit like that. Because Scotty Brooks, he did make it to the finals. But Nate McMillan has been trying to give JJ Redick has settled down. I don't like JJ Redick, but he has settled down. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too, man. I'm gonna talk about this Bronny situation real quick. I know it's not on the list, but I got to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Ron Artest had came out and said that Bronny, he sees Bronny. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Metta World Peace. I know him as Ron Artest. You know what I'm saying? But Metta World Peace said that Bronny still has the capability to still play and all this other stuff. Man, Meta, come on, stop it, man. Stop it, Meta. Like right now, hey, listen, man. When you go to the G League, you find out that everybody thinks like the G League is some easy, place to go and stuff like that. No, you're being put in a piranha tank because everybody fighting for position. Everybody fighting to get contracts. Everybody fighting to get a roster spot. You said my Pelicans are still, yeah, man. They need to get rid of Zion, man. Zion, and I like Zion, but let's just call it what it is, David Joseph. They can't stay healthy. Brandon Ingram, he stayed. Unfortunately, he had to stay because of the collective bargaining agreement. That situation, the new CBA, he couldn't go. He probably not gonna be able to go till February. So he shit out of luck. He want more money. I think Brandon Ingram, and I think Ted said this too. Ted, let me ask you if you said this. It was either you or Steven. One of y'all said that a good place for Brandon Ingram would be Detroit. I like that move. Hey, because Detroit was actually interested in Brandon Ingram. They couldn't get his hands on him. You get Brandon Ingram to Detroit, you team him up with a young core, like with Cade Cunningham and Ivy, man, you are cooking with grease. How y'all like that? Yeah. Brandon Ingram to the Pistons. I like that move. So don't be surprised if y'all see that. And you heard it first here on Straight to the Point. I like that move. Now you have another score. You got two scores that you can't just leave open like that, and then they can both create their own shot. And you got a guy that don't mind giving up the ball in Cade Cunningham. Well, listen, man, Cade Cunningham always been hooping like that. I didn't get a chance to see him outright here when he was here in Dallas, but I heard a lot about him. I always liked Cade Cunningham. I'm probably one of the few that was really talking about Cade Cunningham. Everybody's like, oh, nah, they the Pistons, they trash all this other stuff. Nah, Cade Cunningham can hoop. Now you're starting to see. And yeah, they're 7-9. Even though their record is 7-9, they're better than what their record states. You understand? Well, they were at one time. They were 500. They were above 500. But it's not like now. Last night they lost. Last night they ended up taking the L. I think they lost by 11. But you're gonna have those games. They're still going through a growth period, but they're doing better than what they were last season. I know that sounds crazy, but they're doing a lot better. They're projection wise, as far as them from what you see right now, and them okay, they're 7-9 right now. At this point in the season last year, what were they? They couldn't even win a game. They were on pace to get a record losing streak. But right now they're actually winning games. They're beating teams. Like they won to the Bucks, and the Bucks they heating up. Hey, what they say in NBA? He's heating up. Hey, the Bucks starting to turn the corner. Giannis said, nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. He said, nah, nigga. Yeah, the Bucks starting to come around. Out of the way, man. Ain't got no hazard lights on or nothing. They're heating up. From downtown. Get that shit out of here. See, y'all don't know this, man. I done said this before. NBA Jam, the original edits, it had cursing in it. It had cursing in it. The guy, I forget his name. I forget his name, man. And it wasn't the creator. It wasn't Mark. It wasn't Mark Turmel. It was the other guy, man. The announcer's name on that game. I forget his name, but he's the guy that you hear in the background. Get that shit out of here. All that shit. I forget his name, but they edited the cursing version. But NBA Jam had cursing at first. I'm not even bullshitting. He's on fire. Yeah, man. And he rigged the game. A lot of people don't know this either. Mark Turmel, asshole. Nah, shout out to Mark Turmel, but he rigged the game for Detroit for Chicago not to win the game. I found that out too. Like the Chicago Bulls, because he was a Detroit Pistons fan. He was a hardcore Detroit Pistons fan, and if y'all know, the Pistons don't like the Bulls don't like the Pistons. That's how deep the rivalry is. That's why you see like Bill Laimbeer, like he will never say that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. None of that shit. That's how much bad blood they have against each other. It spills over to the fans. And Mark Turmel was a huge diehard Pistons fan, and he rigged the game for Chicago not to win. Yeah. Hey, Shaquille O'Neal used to bring it on the plane with him, or he used to travel with the game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad they put Shaquille O'Neal on the game. They put Shaquille O'Neal on the game. They didn't put Charles Barkley, and they didn't put I think they put Charles Barkley on the arcade, but they didn't put him on, no. They put him on NBA Jam. They weren't putting Charles Barkley on some of the live games, and MJ. They didn't put him on there. Yeah, they didn't put because they had it was in it was like it was like contracts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Jordan at the time was a big figure, and Jordan chose not to be in that. And then after a while, Shaquille O'Neal did the same thing. That's why like on on some of the games you wouldn't see you wouldn't see Shaquille O'Neal, you wouldn't see Charles Barkley, and you wouldn't see Jordan. Yeah. I used to use okay, there was a guy on there, man, and I'm gonna give y'all the code right now. It's WIL January 1st. But that's the guy, man. His name is Will something. I forget his name or whatever. But he was the guy, man, that because when they make the games and stuff, they gotta have these people, do certain dunks and stuff like that. So they'll have them shoot the ball and stuff like that. He was doing most of the dribbling and the working out and stuff like that. And so I seen a dude at the arcade use it one time when I was little, man. When I was young, man. And I had always remembered the code, and I kept using the code. Then of course I would use Mark Turmel. I think it's MJT September September 22nd or 1st or something like that. You know, like when you type in the code and stuff. But I would use the actual creator of the game, Mark Turmel. Yeah, man. Yeah, but you know what? Like in live and all that other stuff, you could act like in like not live 96 and all that other stuff. You could create all of the legends and it does it for you. Like if you go back and you go play Super Nintendo and shit, and I'm going way back. You could go and you could go create um the legends. Nate Thurman, Charles Barkley, MJ, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, and what you do is you type in their name and it'll make like this little noise. It'll go doot 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 doot, doot, and then it'll have all the ratings and it does it for you. Like they'll have Jordan at like 98 and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They'll rate them for you, but you can still go in there and edit it. Y'all like, man, straight, you showing your age. I'm not the only dude, man, that I like NBA courtside Kobe Bryant. I never played NBA courtside. 88. 88. Yeah, you was still in the 80s, man. But man, we don't count y'all, man. You was headed toward the 90s, man. You might as well be a 90s baby, nigga. You don't count, Ted. Hell, you still in your 30s, bro. Yeah, you still in your 30s, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, like this season is really gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be a lot of shockers. I want to see that Cleveland game tonight, though. I want to see Cleveland. I really want to see Cleveland and Boston. I want to see because if Cleveland keeps up the pace that they going and they're healthy, Cleveland can mess around and win the championship, man. Have you ever played NBA Street? Yeah, I like NBA Street and I like NFL Street. If anything, I would have to go NFL. Well, no, Blitz. I'm sorry. I used to like to play Blitz. I think they did. Didn't they have NFL Street or it was just NBA Street? I remember Blitz though. I used to like to play Blitz. They had so many different games. Yeah, the Cavs, man. The Cavs are something serious, man. But like I said, I know I might be hypocritical about what I said in the previous video because I said I don't have no faith in the Cavs, man. But they got a guy on there, Ted and Marco, that I like, man, and I like Jared Allen, man. I like Jared Allen and I like Darius Garland, man. Darius Garland, man. I wish, bruh, man. He is a joy to play with, man. He don't mind giving up the ball. Now that's a guy who knows how to take care of the ball. Like that's how you supposed to play point guard, man. That's how you play point guard. You said street hoops. You said I wonder how LeBron would feel. I knew it. Hey, I knew that was gonna come up, man. I knew LeBron was gonna come up. Hey, he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing, and he can't be mad, man. He can't be mad, man. Like everybody was sitting up there saying, "Oh yeah, well, you know, they're not gonna win without LeBron anymore and all this other stuff." He can't do nothing. I mean that organization took a few seasons, man, to get back to where they were, man. And that's why I don't feel like I feel like JB Bickerstaff got a raw deal because he was able to mold that team. Like some teams, they take a minute, like after having a mega superstar like that who pretty much depleted the organization and left them broke or whatever. You know, it takes a while to recover, man. And like I didn't understand why they got rid of JB Bickerstaff. You have your core there, but Donovan Mitchell want to come in there acting like he run everything, man. Yeah, I want to see it happen too. I mean, because I would have liked to see Miami win it though. To be honest with you, Marco, I wanted to see Miami because Miami had made it to they made it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? They had made it to the finals, two finals if I'm not mistaken. They made it to two finals. Am I tripping, y'all? They made it. The Heat made it to two finals since LeBron, right? They just didn't get over the hump. Oh man, let's talk about the Knicks. Let's talk about it. Nah, let's talk about it. The Knicks are starting to gel. I got to give it to it. The Knicks. Okay, the Knicks are starting to gel. The Knicks are really starting to gel. I'm glad you brought them up. I didn't have no faith in them in the beginning. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that Carl Anthony, but Carl Anthony Towns. You got to think about it. Carl Anthony Towns already played with Tibbs before, so he understands Tibbs and what it is Tibbs wanted. Y'all got to think Tibbs was there when Jimmy Butler and I'm talking about in Minnesota, and those guys were there. Andrew Wiggins and all them. You said you told me about your Knicks. Yeah, but I mean, okay, they're not 15-0, Ted. I mean, they've still lost, and on top of that, you told me about the Knicks, nigga. They got their ass blown out the first game by the Celtics. So I mean, come on, man. They. I mean, I said they're starting to gel. I didn't say that they're gonna win a championship. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves because you still got to go. You still got a lot more basketball to be played. I'm glad Patrick Ewing is back with the Knicks as an ambassador. You got to give credit to Tibbs on that, man. You listen a lot. Let's see. They didn't want to see Tibbs is no nonsense. Tibbs, you got to think Tibbs done been in the front office too. He was in the front office in Minnesota. So Tibbs is he's gonna flex his muscle. Tibbs has the right. Y'all might not like Tibbs in terms of, oh yeah, man, he works his players to the ground. He runs his player to the ground and stuff like that. I don't go with that bullshit narrative. You know why? Because if that's the case, Pat Riley ran his players to the ground. If that's the case, Bob Knight ran his players to the ground. If that's the case, Larry Brown ran his players to the ground. And you know why? They have hardcore practices. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson had hardcore practices. They just don't talk about it. They used to have competitions between Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen to train to see who could come in with the least amount of body fat. And they used to do like these little laps and stuff like that. You said I'm rolling. I'm rolling with the Knicks. The Mavs last year. Nah, I don't got the Knicks, man. There's still something missing. But yeah, Tibbs is a student of the game, and you also got to realize, man, if it wasn't for Tom Thibodeau, Boston, the Boston Celtics would not have had that championship. But I don't know, Ted. What do you see that I don't see, man? I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. Why is it that you see the Knicks winning it? I can understand. This is why. Okay, I can understand your logic in from this perspective, right? You got um actually you got three different Swiss Army knives on the squad. You got another boy, you got Mikal Bridges, and you got Josh Hart. I consider Josh Hart a Swiss Army knife because Josh Hart can do pretty much everything on the floor. Josh Hart is a slept-on rebounder for his size. Josh Hart he can create his own shot. He can also be a spot-up shooter, and on top of that, he's athletic too, and he can defend. You got Mikal Bridges, pretty much the total package. Run in transition. Mikal Bridges can play lockdown D on the perimeter. Like they do have they got weapons out there, but it's gonna come down to how they perform in the playoffs in a heated situation. Um, and this is where all eyes point to. They point to Karl Anthony Towns. Listen, man, Ted, I know it's hard for you to. It's a hard pill to swallow. Now, you were wrong about Paul George. You see, last night, well, Paul George, he played all right, but we got our ass whooped by Miami, so we're just done. We 2-11 right now, man. Maxie up in there talking about, oh yeah, I still believe in us and stuff, man. Maxie, you gonna have to come out there putting up 50 each game. Joel Embiid just horrible last night. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that these guys don't want to play, but Joel gonna be crying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, let me get off of there. What I'm saying is like with you were like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a great move with Paul George. This is gonna be a great move with the Knicks. This is gonna be a great move, with Minnesota and everything. But you're forgetting the fact that how can I say it, man? I gotta stress the fact, man, is that when you might start off good right now, but when the shit gets tight, Ted, and when shit gets heated, like you could train all you want to. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna fail when it comes to big situations stuff like that. But more than likely, that guy is gonna revert back to bad and old habits, and that's what I'm worried about. Karl Anthony Towns. We all want like myself. I think the brother Ticket, Too Raw, LB, guys like that, man. Um, I want even the brother Cypress TV. We want to see Karl Anthony Towns down in the post because we know that, like with his size, he's 7 foot. Like if he was a monster, like if he was had anywhere near the the ferociousness of a Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not saying he has to dunk the ball because he actually has some pretty decent moves. You know what I'm saying? He can handle the rock for his size. If he's playing like that, like a Tim Duncan, man, like a guy who can operate down there, like a KG. That's why he was working with KG. KG was trying to dog him up. You know what I'm saying? Get him to be more aggressive. If he plays anywhere near that, they will have a chance. But more than likely, Ted, we already know what Karl Anthony Towns is gonna do. Okay, but we have to see that. We thought he was mature last season. We thought you said this could be better than Joker. You said Tibbs could be better than Joker. You mean Cat or Tibbs? Tibbs ain't playing no more. Looking like goddamn Homer Simpson and shit. Goddamn. Tibbs got that damn. He got that damn Simpson comb over and shit. Like, I was like, man, come on. Brown sugar, the beautiful, scrumptious, voluptuous. Coke bottle, Coke bottle, Coke bottle in the building, y'all. You know when brown sugar, when she walk in the building, she like, yes, I'm thick, nigga. Yes, you just not gonna touch me. You can look all you want to, but you is not gonna touch. They be like, I can't, don't even try to reach. I can't even, no. She like, what's that on your mouth right there? Your mouth watering? Your mouth watering? Spit it out, nigga. What you gotta say? The answer is already no. Yeah, she got Karen jealous up. Well, brown sugar, I just have to ask you, what you want, honey? You know, how can I just be like you? And look, I'm sorry, okay? And I just got to be truthful and honest with you. You said call the cops. I just got to be truthful and honest with you. You'll never be like me, honey. Never. So quit trying. Stay in your lane. Nah, salute to brown sugar. 10 toes down. What you doing, brown sugar? What you doing? Cooking some. Brown sugar be cooking them good breakfasts, man. Be having them pancakes, you know what I'm saying? Some eggs. Got some grits, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got that omelet, you know what I'm saying? Got that veggie omelet right there, you know what I'm saying? Little, she got the orange juice, the coffee, you know what I'm saying? Got the cereal on the side, you know what I'm saying? She gonna make sure you eat good with a couple of vitamins sitting right there. Can't forget about your vitamins, you know what I'm saying? A little bowl of fruit. But I don't think that Cat is gonna turn the corner though, Ted. I really don't. I don't think he's gonna turn the corner. I mean, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, like I said, I will come on here. I will come on here and I will definitely I will say that I was wrong. But I just don't see it happening. And then besides that, Ted, man, they're not, to me, they're not as deep as Boston. People forget how deep Boston is. People forget that Boston has so many damn weapons. Boston is a complete package. I hate to admit it, and Brown Sugar knows this about her team. She knows this about her team. Boston's got shooters. Boston has defenders. Boston is physical. Boston is finesse. Boston is athletic. Boston can slow it down. Boston can get you in transition. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to beat you in a multitude of ways. I know Cleveland right now is 15-0. A lot of people, they already got Cleveland winning the championship and shit, but Boston is still the defending champs. And this is another thing too. None of them guys have any finals experience. Jason Tatum has finals experience. All these guys on the team pretty much have finals experience and have won. Donovan Mitchell don't have no finals experience. Darius Garland ain't got no finals experience. As much as I like them. Jared Allen, no final experience. Kerry LeVert, no final experience. Evan Mobley, no final experience. I don't even think they coach has any finals experience. So that's going to play a factor too. They on cruise control right now. You said I'm sorry, I had to refresh my comments, y'all. I don't want y'all thinking I'm not reading y'all comments. I'll be having to refresh. Oh my God, what did you say, Brown Sugar? Get some sloppy toppy for dessert. Damn, girl, what did you do? Oh my God. Ooh. Brown Sugar, man. She got she trying to, oh man, she trying to, she's like, you gonna stand in this. You gonna stand in this. I hope you stand upright. She said it gotta be boing. It can't be like not none of not none of that worm. It gotta be what she say? Isaac got a good love tackle. Brown Sugar said she want her a tall, young, strong man. You said Boston lives and dies by the three. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And they didn't do that in the finals. Nah, Boston is still the team to beat. Like I said, they could beat you in a multitude of ways. You got a guy in Jason Tatum who's out for vengeance. You got a guy in Jaylen Brown who is a reigning finals MVP and can play both ends of the floor. Derek White, damn near 50, 40, 90, play both ends of the floor. Drew Holiday can hit the three. Lockdown defender. All that stuff that Ted was talking about. Kyrie, Uncle Drew, best backcourt in the league. Oh yeah, they gonna do this to Boston. What happened? Drew Holiday. Horford can still ball. Old ass. I seen a video from a long time ago with Al Horford and my GOAT, Brown Sugar. She loved MMA. She loved karate. She loved jujitsu. She loved ninjutsu. She loved martial arts. My GOAT, John Bones Jones. My GOAT. I don't give a fuck about that out of the octagon shit he had. Yeah, he had some shit that went on, you know what I'm saying? He had all this other shit, steroid allegation. 28-0. I don't give a fuck about that disqualification. John Bones Jones is my GOAT. He is the greatest fighter of all time. And I used to love Anderson Silva. I just had to put that out there. Hey, am I lying, Ted? Brown Sugar, you already know. I know Brown Sugar loves some John Bones Jones. That nigga is the best, nigga. John Bones Jones. Seen that nigga in Arizona. John Bones Jones, I thought he could play basketball. But, man, I seen a video of him trying to dunk, man, with Al Horford a long time ago. I like, John Bones Jones, that's my nigga. But leave that court alone. Nah, John Bones Jones is the GOAT. He is my GOAT. At first, I did have Anderson Silva was my top, but now I think he should stop right now. That disqualification, I don't count that as a loss. That DQ he had, I don't count that as a loss. He 28. Hell, in my opinion, he 29-0. Hey, Brown Sugar though, he the GOAT though, right? John Bones Jones, I put John Bones Jones would destroy anybody that comes in contact. John Bones Jones can pretty much do it all, Brown Sugar. Ground game, you can't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Submission game, you can't fuck with him. Nigga, don't try to lock up. You know what I'm saying? You try any type of combination, he gonna stop that shit. Nigga, don't get me started on his kick, his lower body, man. Shit, nigga, I wish you would run into a roundhouse, man. That nigga will roundhouse your motherfucking ass so quick, and do it direct. Nigga, you ain't fucking with no John Bones Jones. Hell yes. Hey, what color is he, Brown Sugar? Look, Brown Sugar like John Bones Jones. She was like, I'm calling John Bones Jones over here. You getting on my nerve. You calling John Bones Jones? All right, deuces. John, get your ass over here. This motherfucker bothering me. I'll be there in a second, sweetie. I would love to see. Man, yo, destroy. Man, he ain't got no mobility. Brock Lesnar, salute to him. Big dude and everything, 6'5", you know what I'm saying, swole up and everything. John Bones Jones would destroy him. He's not as agile. Man, John Bones Jones would do circles around, because the thing about it, John Bones Jones, like, he could put on weight, he could go up in weight or he could go down. You know what I'm saying? He's cerebral too. He don't need to, like, he could fight a multitude of ways. Too quick. Yeah, you'd be like, John, come over here. I need my light fixed. I can't reach it. No problem, baby. I'll be over there in a minute. Hey, Brown Sugar, we need to get in the octagon. We need to talk. Oh, no problem. We get to go to the octagon. Nah, man, John Bones Jones, no, that's my guy. And you know what? A lot of people, y'all not gonna believe it. I didn't like his style at first. When I first watched John Jones, but then I started seeing more than him. I was able to meet him in Arizona. John Jones, he's 6'4", man. He's like 6'4". That dude is long, man. Real long. But he black though. You know what I'm saying? And a black man being the GOAT of, pretty much destroying the competition. That nigga's the GOAT. He's the GOAT, man. Yeah, but nah, he's a real humble guy, man. He gets a bad rap. Like, like Rampage is more like a nigga that like shout out to Rampage, uh, Rampage Jackson. Rampage is a nigga like, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You would think, oh, you would be more afraid of Rampage than you would John until you actually get in the ring with them. And we saw what happened with that. Everybody thought that Rampage was gonna come in there and actually beat John John Jones. And I was like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. Man, John Jones came in there and pretty much solidified his legacy by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody was thinking like how, Rampage is, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Rampage a real hood nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, long. I ain't talking about that. Look at you, man. Get your mind out the gutter, girl. Look at her. Shoot, man. She ready to. Oh man. She said, "I don't see nothing wrong with a little bumping grind." I don't see nothing wrong. Sorry, I'm singing R. Kelly, y'all. Sorry. With a little bump and grind. Yeah, she was like, John, I'm about to cook breakfast. Are you gonna come over here and eat? Yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. Other nigga, she got in there. I'm sorry, you got to go. Well, man, I ain't even get no break. Nah, John's coming over here. John's coming over here. Oh, John's coming? All right. Holla. Yeah, they don't want to fuck with John. Mr. Layback. What's up with it, man? Mr. Layback got that name, man. Roll up a blunt, be like, hey, what's good with it, man? He be taking them good hits, man, smoking that GDP. You feel me? Mr. Layback. I wish I was laid back right now. You know what I'm saying? That boy be at the beach. You know what I'm saying? He over there in Miami and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little cold right now. You know what I'm saying? He over there, man, in Malibu and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where you can see that water, the water blue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he out on that boat, man. He out there in Florida. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Mr. Layback. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice little. He over there with brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? With a little mimosa, with some pineapple, with some pineapple orange juice mixed with a little bit of that, that vodka in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mr. Layback, man, he be at the party. You know what I'm saying? He over there with Don Key and Slim Thug and them. You know what I'm saying? Got a double cup. You know what I'm saying, full of that purple drink, you know what I'm saying, over there with Big Tony and them out in H-Town, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Layback, man, he be over there, man, you know what I'm saying, be over there with with Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying, rolling up big. Man, we had to invite Method Man, we had to invite Redman and them, you know what I'm saying, oh yeah, nigga, nah, you ain't getting out this motherfucking car, we gonna hotbox this shit, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Shout out to Mr. Layback. Hey, man. Well, hey, I come over here. I come over here to make you laugh, especially, brown sugar, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand Polo. He got on my nerve. I'm about to call John. She don't say John. She like, John. John, where you at? Nah, but the Celtics, they probably gonna win. I got. Yeah, you're like, I knew John was gonna win. Ain't nobody gonna beat John. Yeah, I got some meat on the grill for him. When he come over here, everything gonna be good for him. Yeah, John, it wait for him. We got rib, we got chicken. You know we like to eat, girl. Yeah. Oh, John don't need to do nothing. John, all he need to do is just make sure he get his win and not get no L's in the ring because he already know he gonna be in the doghouse if he lose. He got trained with me. You know what I'm saying? They don't call him Bones for nothing. Why they call him Bones? That's my business. Now shut the fuck up and stay out my business. Look, you had to say that. Oh my God, Mr. Layback. See, why? See, why? Oh my God. I am a sinner who's always probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Mr. Layback, don't kill my vibe. Mr. Layback, don't kill my vibe. Man, you killing my vibe, man. Why you mention the Sixers? I know we a mess. Joel Embiid is a mess. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got, man, listen, bro, we not cohesive. Man, dog, we ain't even played. None of them three have played with each other. When we talk about Joel Embiid, when we talk about Paul George, when we talk about Tyrese Maxey. We 2-11. Our best player right now is Jared McCain. You know what I'm saying? We're a depleted team. We're finished. Shout out to BJ and the Pull Up Podcast, man. He might have had a point. It might be time for Eric Gordon to go. And I as much as I love Kyle Lowry, man, pause, man. It might be time for him to go, man. We got to start building around Maxey. And I already want Joel Embiid to go, but that's going to be hard. Who turned on Maxey? I ain't turned on Maxey. Yeah, hitting on them young dudes. Yeah. Nah, the young dudes be hitting on her. They be like, hey, brown sugar, what's up? They be like, boy, I'm twice your age. Bye. They be like, oh, man, she needs some young men. Oh, you be out here wilding, man. See, man, she made people feel old, man. Like brown sugar, you know what I'm saying? She, might be one age, but she looked about 20. You know what I'm saying? Joel teams would want him. No. Okay, so you want a guy that stays hurt? You want a guy that can't? First off, let's start with his contract. Nobody's gonna take a risk on that contract, Zach. Nobody's gonna take a risk on that contract. Nobody, because you got to think about it. You're getting a guy that has a long injury history. Then on top of that, he's been in the league. He's been in the league 10 years and has yet to play 70 games. Hey, I want you to go back, Zach, and look at this. Anthony Edwards in I think this is Anthony Edwards. This is Anthony Edwards' fifth season. Anthony Edwards' first season, he played 72. Second season, played 72. Third season, 79. Fourth season, 79 plus. Of course, I consider the playoffs 79 plus. I want you to go back and go look at Joel Embiid when how many games he's played. First two seasons he was out. You seeing shit like 30, 30-something games, 40-something games. Hell, he was able to get he was able to accomplish getting 60 games 1 year. Like, this motherfucker is so roller coaster. He can't stay healthy. Nigga, you play in the Olympics. You played in the first round last season or whatever. Got your ass bounced out of there. We told your ass to sit down. You playing on hurt and all this other stuff. But then you so ready to go play over there in the Olympics. Then you come here and you missing preseason. Then on top of that, you missing the beginning of the season. Well, what the fuck is going on with you? Team out west with light Warriors. Get Kuminga back in return. What? That would be, well, nah, you get rid of, nah, the Warriors ain't going to give up Kuminga. They not going to give up Kuminga, man. Because Kuminga already gelled well. They already got a good nucleus going on right there. And Kuminga is a potential, he's a potential future of Golden State. I've already said that. Yeah, he shoot too many threes. That's the problem I have with him and Karl Anthony Towns, but at least Karl Anthony Towns stays on the floor. At least Karl Anthony Towns, he done been to a Western Conference final. Joel Embiid has been nowhere. He's been nowhere, man. And I don't want you to get it twisted, Zach. As much as I like his game, it's his habits. Like, why the hell you just got through playing in the Olympics? Paul George, he didn't have no problem. He played in the preseason. That's why I'm not getting on Paul George like that. Is Paul George the same? No. But I give props to Paul George because at least he's out there trying. I know that Paul George can't carry a team no more. People get mad when I say that. He can't carry a team no more. Just like James Harden can't carry a team. I'm talking about on a consistent basis. You got to be able to carry a team throughout the playoffs too. Joel Embiid is showing his inability not to do that. You've actually made the team, like everybody thought, oh yeah, the Sixers are back. Joel Embiid, da 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 da. Man, he don't got that type of presence no more. You can't stand PG. I mean, I don't have nothing against PG. It's just that he can't carry. But Paul George is my style again. Like a Indiana Pacers Paul George, when first coming into the league, taking over the Pacers for Danny Granger and shit. No, Paul George is somebody that you want to watch. I thought he was going to be McGrady, Kobe mixed with defense involved. Nigga nigga open floor game was beautiful. Nigga rocking the cradle. Nigga in the open floor. Nigga back slamming that hole. Nigga coming through the lane. Nigga dunking on two niggas. Nigga first step was nice. Nigga pull-up game. Nice. Pull up at the 3. Nigga the bop, that bop, bop. That hesitation. Get to the rack. Nigga lockdown defender. Out on the 3-pointer. Nigga can post you up, fade away. Nigga, Paul George was that dude. I'm talking about coming in prior to that injury. That injury happened, nigga, all that shit stopped, man. So y'all, guys like Ted be thinking I don't like Paul George. Nigga, Paul George was everything that I like. If you go back and you look at Kobe, who he studied, right? If you go back and look at McGrady, who he kind of played like, you'll see a lot of their games in Paul George. Like that stop and pop on the dime with that 3-point he used to do. Who you think he took that from? That's McGrady. McGrady was doing shit like that. Nigga, his game was enjoyable to watch. Like Paul George was nice, nigga. Yeah. I forget who is your team, Mr. Layback and Zach. I forgot who y'all teams are. I know you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We depleted right now, Zach. We got Godwin out. Now we about to get Reggie. I mean Zach. Lord have mercy. We about to get Evans back. Hold on one sec, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. You said 49ers Kyle needs to go. I'm not gonna blame Kyle Shanahan. I'm not gonna blame I'm not gonna blame Kyle Shanahan, Mr. Layback, and this is the reason why. That he only had so much that he could work with. Bosa ended up getting hurt in that game. Uh that's part of that. The thing that's holding up the 49ers right now is their defense. McCaffrey, um, he's still trying to get in the rhythm. He has yet to get 100 yards since he's been back. Debo playing awful. He's awful, man. Ayuk is showing that now that he gone, he was showing that he was that number one. The only thing that's keeping them in there is Fitzpatrick, Bosa, and Werner, and that's defense. Nah, Shanahan. Listen, Shanahan and Brock Purdy have done a good job. I'm not going to get on Kyle Shanahan, and I don't like Kyle Shanahan. I felt like he could have came to the defense of Wilkes last season. He should have been like, nah, don't fire that defensive coordinator. He was the reason why we were even in the Super Bowl. But I can't blame it on Kyle Shanahan. Now, you gotta blame it on. Listen, their kicker. You gotta give the smoke to the kicker that they have. That's not Kyle Shanahan's fault. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan actually has done a good job for what he's had to work with. They are depleted right now, Mr. Layback and Ted. Need to go Staley and the other door. DFC defense. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. You see, man, listen, the 49ers only have so much to work with. Man, you're missing a guy in Ayuk who pretty much took the reins as the best receiver. You know what I'm saying? Debo has been a non-factor. You got to get the smoke to Debo. You want to know how many yards Debo had last game? He had one. He was in the negative. Like, he was in the negative for yardage. You know what I'm saying? Like, Debo has been a non-factor, bro. And me, myself, personally, as a Debo fan, I think he was hurt. Because I think he's still hurt. He got hurt in the, you got to realize last season he had got hurt. And I I think I told some people in here from last season. I said that's going to be a problem. I told Scrub Zero that, and I told Jose that that's going to be a problem. Yeah, but no, they fired him. They got rid of him, and it was so messed up, Mr. Layback. You got to remember, they got rid of him at the time when they got rid of him. They did it so savage because you have to conduct your interviews. You only have a certain amount of time during the off season or whatnot. Right after the season ends to conduct interviews. Well, they had already reached the cutoff point, and when they got rid of him, he was without a job to where he could actually go on a couple of interviews or whatnot, and he could get picked up. Ain't that's foul, man? Yeah. So, but I'm not. Listen, Kyle Shanahan. It hasn't been his fault. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been his fault. Like, they don't have anybody, but they're still winning games, with the exception of this one. They still been able to get wins. They were hell. They you would think like these guys would be in a position that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be in. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's Kyle Shanahan's fault. I don't, like I said, I don't like Kyle Shanahan like that. It was offense fault that lost the Super Bowl. Wills did a great job. Exactly. That's what I said. Like, Kyle Shanahan, this is why I have a problem with Kyle Shanahan. Now, if you want to fire anybody, you should have got rid of Kyle Shanahan. Because if you go back and go look at that Super Bowl, they were running the same damn play. They were being so predictable each and every time. On when it came down to third down, they were predictable. I think there was one time where they ran the same exact play like two or three times. The defense was the one that was really keeping the game at bay. The offense was trash. You spot on that, Mr. Layback. So, like last year, yes, he definitely got the smoke. The 49ers had that game. They could have won that game. Kyle Dad would have won last year's Super Bowl. Yep, possibly so. But you did have, man, you got Andy Reid. Andy Reid he's a hell of a coach. You say I don't like Kyle. We'll send him to the Cowboys. Oh Lord, don't do that. Don't do that. Shit, he already, they already got bad blood against the Cowboys. He spent his time game planning for the Cowboys. Him and his dad, the most of the year, he probably was in his household. He was trained to hate the Cowboys. Yeah, that's not happening, Mr. Layback. Nah, but you said he went away from CMC. Yeah, yeah, man. And see, that's what I have a problem with a lot of these teams. See, Ted, y'all wonder why I don't pick the Ravens. It's because they get away from what they're gonna do. That's what I'm worried about with the Lions. And as much as I've been liking what Dan Campbell has been doing, his adjustments that he's been making, his decision making has gotten better this season. I'm wondering if the Lions, because I got the Lions going to the Super Bowl. I either got the Lions or the Commanders. I know it sounds crazy. I know Brown Sugar like, what? Yes, I got the Lions or the Commanders going. Or either KC, between the KC, the Steelers, or the Bills. Okay. I don't see nobody beating KC, so it'll probably be KC and the Lions. But my problem with the Lions is, are you going to get there and then forget how you forgot to play, how you got here? That's my problem. That's the same thing that happened with the Ravens. Last year, Shout out to Scrub Zero. Scrub Zero, my guy, man. He always goes to this point. It's like they forgot how to play football. They forgot what got them there, which was running the ball. Now you want to switch up and try to do something different. I mean, he should be. They should have got him in the offseason. Listen, man, Mike McCarthy, man, is like, he's not a good coach, man. Not anymore. He was okay. You know, his little run, his stint that he had with uh with Green Bay, but Mike McCarthy, bro, he's not it, man. You got to have a guy like Bill Belichick. Belichick's name is already, people are already like, yeah, we should go ahead and bring him in there. That would shake things up. I think that would be a good move. Y'all had a chance in the offseason. The Cowboys had a chance in the offseason to get a Belichick. They had a chance, Brown Sugar, to get Henry, to get Aaron Jones, to get Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? And to get uh, Derrick Henry. Wait, Jones, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry. That was four receivers that you could have had. I mean, running back that you could have potentially have possibly put on your roster. Instead, you chose to get Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott hadn't been the same, man, in about at least 6 years. 6-7 years, man. Ezekiel Elliott, man, has not been the same. Once Ezekiel Elliott got his money, he was done. But you had a chance to get Saquon Barkley, didn't get him. Derrick Henry, you didn't get him. Aaron Jones, you didn't get him. And you had a chance to get Bill Belichick. You said I'm fake as hell. I've been watching them and cheering them on. No, that's not fake, baby. That's not fake. The thing about it is, you riding for them. I'll tell you what though, Brown Sugar, they need to just go ahead. You might as well just go ahead and put Trey Lance in there and let him get some time and stuff. I mean, why not? Why would you just go ahead and go with Cooper Rush? Like, just give. You never know. That might spark something if you put Trey Lance in. They don't have no film on him. Trey Lance, hey, he played a little bit in the in the preseason games or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Give it a shot, man. Yeah, that was, you said maybe Parsons should be traded. I don't know, that's hard. You got to think about it. They don't have no leg room. They don't have no leg room for about 3 or 4 years. You got to think about the money that they've been paying out, Mr. Layback. They paid Dak and they paid CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you got Parsons right there. You know what I'm saying? Getting his money or whatever. So, but Parsons, to me, you need Parsons just need to get focused, man. He don't know whether he wants to be, in Hollywood or entertainment, or if he want to just be, one of the most tenacious linebackers to ever play this game ever. And that's what I see Michael Parsons there, because Michael Parsons, when he first came in, all over the field. But see, I don't blame Parsons too much because they try to run him to the ground, like sort of like they were on the verge of doing what they did to like J.J. Watt. Nah, they're not gonna give up them guys, man. Those are two Pro Bowlers. Ted, Trey Lance may spoil loser. Yeah, it might. The Cowboys should just lose the rest of the game. That's good logic right there, Brown Sugar. That's good logic. I like that. But I don't I don't really believe Eagles have a lot to give Dallas and some young talent like Carter DT. Yeah, but I don't see that happening. I think Brown Sugar. I think that's a better thing. They should just go ahead and tank because at this point, what is it that you're gonna do? Can they go on a? Because we 11 games. They 4-7. Can they go on a? Can they do the unthinkable and go on a 6-game winning streak and get in the playoffs? That would be crazy. And if Trey Lance did that, that would be crazy. But the likelihood of that happening, that's not happening. So I'm with. I think what they're 3-7 or 4. They're 3-7. I'm sorry, 3-8. I think they're 3-8. Straight to the point. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC. I'll get at y'all later.